Good morning, losers. I bring you this message from the land of the avocado. So, I predicted, quite correctly, that during my time in California, I wouldn't be spending my days partaking in California adventures. But guess what? Today we are going to the beach, so naturally I want to milk that experience for content. Ever since she got her vaccine, my grandmother has been really buzzing to get out of the house and enjoy the sun, so I shall be accompanying her on today's excursion. We're leaving pretty early this morning because we want to get there and enjoy the beach before the crowds arrive, just for safety. And we're going to have to leave pretty soon because we live 30 minutes inland, and I am definitely going to make us late if I don't get out of bed soon.
Before I left, I made my bed to make you guys think that I keep a tidy room. I do not. I absolutely love sleeping on a fold-out couch. When I was younger, I really wanted a Murphy bed like the one from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and I guess this is the next best thing. It is amazing. Once you put the bed away, you can use the large space you just cleared out to lay down and contemplate your own mortality. I then donned my Metallica shirt and brushed my teethers. Now it was time for hair. I used my tactical grade comb to carve out a perfect 180-degree angle. I also love how you can clearly see the line between my two hair colors. I'm not going to be blonde for much longer. Upon completing my braids, I realized I had a problem. I had a section of my hair sticking out like an unflattering pimple. I quickly remedied the situation with the help of a bobby pin. Okay, now here is where things get a little wild. I put on eye makeup. I don't wear makeup usually, but since we were going to the beach, I put on some to intimidate others who may or may not want to challenge me to a sandcastle contest. Who knows? Anything could happen at the beach. And before we left, I removed my hair from my hairbrush and disposed of it responsibly in the compost bin. And we were off. Once we arrived, we were terrified of what we found. There was a surfing competition at the beach. Every other person who passed us was wearing a wetsuit. I created a sea bear circle around our spot to separate us from the surfer broskies. To pass the time, I pulled out my fun beach read for the day. A heck of a job, more of the Bush administration in rhyme. I would like to recite for you my favorite passage, which is supposed to be sung to the tune of I Feel Pretty. We were ready, oh so ready, to repulse any foreign assault. So what happened really had to be Bill Clinton's fault. And then tragedy struck. I got sand stuck to my feet. This is why I don't go to the beach. The feeling of dry sand between your toes is gross. It's just gross. I then tried to distract myself from the sand by eating a banana, but then the image of a banana stuck in the sand popped into my mind and it terrified me, so I scarfed down the banana even faster. At this point, we were done for the day and made our merry way back to the car. But I really didn't want to stick my sandy feet back into my sandy shoes, so what did I do? I walked barefoot across the parking lot. Did it hurt? Yes. Did my feet get dirtier? Yeah, but I will argue until the day that I die that having your feet kinda sandy and confined in sandy shoes is way worse than having your feet really sandy and free in the open air. If you disagree, please file any complaints with my lawyers. Thank you very much. Literally the second I got home, I made a mad dash to the bathroom to wash the sand off my feet because I was so uncomfortable. And now for my favorite activity, vacuuming. Guys, I love vacuuming so much. ASMR, no thank you. All I want to hear is the sound of dirt and crumbs being picked up by a Dyson. Maybe that's just because when I got here, there was so much dirt and dust everywhere that vacuuming it all up was the best part of my day. Anyway, I would like to introduce you to my favorite feature of the vacuum. The hose. Her name's Patricia, and she's really good at sucking up cobwebs from lamps in the ceiling. Oh, and guys, I have some great news. I finished this 500-piece puzzle in 94 minutes. I beat my 500-piece puzzle record by 24 minutes. And I celebrated by destroying all of my hard work. I then headed to the garage to carry out my afternoon ritual of singing in front of the washing machine. And I would like to share with you some of that audio. Silkmaid. That's it! That's all you're gonna hear. I have made the mistake of sharing my awful singing voice on this channel before, and I'm not gonna do it again. I'm a struggling actress, not a successful actress. However, I will be putting the full video on Patreon 1 week from never. Mark your calendars, folks. Now, it was compost time. I collected my tools, this aerator and my shovel. And the second I emptied my compost bucket, I was attacked by a swarm of bugs. Now you might be thinking, Allison, you idiot, you put plastic in the compost. Well, this plastic is compostable. However, compostable plastics like this can only be broken down into compost in industrial composting facilities that have heavy machinery to break the plastics apart. And to all of the environmentalist YouTubers that informed me of this matter, do you really think I'm not strong enough to break apart this little piece of plastic? Oh, I will attack this plastic with a force yet to be discovered in this dimension. I will fight this plastic with every fiber of my being. Oh, Okay, the camera fell. Oh, okay, so y'all are gonna get this angle for now. Lovely. Oh, and look at that. I reached the bottom layer of rotting soil, which means the coffee grounds will no longer be enough to mask the awful smell. I chucked some wood chips in for spice and went inside as fast as I could. Because guess what? It was time for dinner! What was on the menu? Pasta and asparagus. I also realized that if I turned only this light on in the room, I could turn the horror movie vibes up to like 1,000. And yes, I am using a bread knife to cut the asparagus. Thank you for noticing. While trying to season the asparagus with salt, I may or may not have poured a buttload of salt into my hand by mistake. I tried as hard as I could to get rid of the salt by pouring it on the asparagus or into the pot, but we weren't trying to make this meal taste like the Pacific Ocean. What did I do with the remaining salt? That secret will die with me. Anyways, I was planning on cooking the asparagus in the oven, but I was seriously considering just cooking it in a pan because I am terrified of the oven in this house. It looks like a portal to the seventh circle of hell. I'm pretty sure this is the oven that Hansel and Gretel shoved that witch into. I cannot stress enough how scared I am of this oven. Anyways, I ate my food on the couch and oh look, Bill Maher actually made me laugh. Now it was time to watch The Queen's Gambit, episode 6. Let me catch you up to speed. Spoilers, of course. The girl from Split and Harry Potter's cousin are not on the best of terms, so she drives off to New York with that kid from the Maze Runner who is apparently a hipster cowboy in this universe, and they're traveling there so they can train. The goal? Destroy the Soviets at chess, and that's all I'll say for now. I also decided to try a new flavor of my favorite vegan ice cream brand. I went a little wild and chose maple pecan because I guess I wanted to feel like a Canadian and a Texan at the same time. And you know what? It was good. I swear it tasted good. And now, time for bed. I'm sure y'all are raving to hear what I use to take off my eye makeup. Makeup remover solution? No. A cleanser? Not quite. I use this one bar for my face and that's it. Here's what you do. Wet the bar and rub the soap over your face and your eyes. About 50% of the time the soap will get into your eyes and burn like hell. But hey, that means half the time I will leave the bathroom not in pain. And that is where I'm going to leave you. Thank you for accompanying me on today's adventures. Goodbye, losers.